why, hello there.
Howdy.
And welcome to the Book Coven.
Yes, welcome.
Yes. That over there is Chelsea.
And that's Lillian.
Where am I?
Mm.
We're not on camera today, so...
You want candid camera.
Who are we? So today is the second pick in our September month of marriage.
Fucked up
Marriage
marriage.
themes. Dark marriages.
Dark marriage.
Spooky marriages. Because somebody here is getting married this month. Soon.
Excite.
So... Thank God you went for dark marriages, because he
I
said
couldn't
marriages
do-
at
yeah.
first, and I was like, ugh.
No, I was looking at some like romance books that were like about like she's about to
Yeah.
get married and oh my God, I was bored at the description.
Yeah.
So there's
But
no
there
way.
are so many about murder
Yeah,
and
holy shit.
deception, and it was great.
Fun
I
times.
really like this month theme.
Yep.
Last book was marvelous. So my pick today was Behind Closed Doors by B.A. Paris.
B.A.
Here we go.
Paris.
Hot synopsis. Everyone knows a couple like Jack and Grace. He has looks and wealth. She has charm and elegance. He's a dedicated attorney who has never lost a case. She's a flawless homemaker and a masterful gardener and cook. And she dotes on her disabled younger sister. Though they're still newlyweds, they seem to have it all. You might not want to like them, but you do. You're hopelessly charmed by the ease and comfort of their home, by the graciousness of the dinner parties they throw. You'd like to get to know Grace better, but it's difficult because you realize Jack and Grace are inseparable. Some might call this true love. Others might wonder why Grace never answers the phone, or why she can never meet for coffee even though she doesn't work. Curious. How she can cook such elaborate meals but remain so slim. Or why she never seems to take anything with her when she leaves the house, not even a pen. Or why there are such high-security metal shutters on all the downstairs windows. Some might wonder what's really going on once the dinner parties are over and the front door has closed.
Bam.
And then on the cover it says, the perfect marriage or the perfect lie.
Ooh.
It's a lie.
Oh yeah.
Big old lie.
Big old hard.
Whoo, boy,
hard
this
lie.
book. Magnifico.
Oh my God, I loved it.
Mwah.
I couldn't put it down.
And it's a quick book.
Yeah, it was,
like
and it was a
200-something
simple
pages?
read. Like
Yeah.
it wasn't written super
They
elaborately.
say the
and-
next Gone Girl. I wouldn't say that. It's not like a
yeah.
twisteroo.
No.
But it doesn't let up once you know like
Oh,
how
yeah.
fucked up this marriage
Oh, yeah.
is. It's just okay.
Holy shit!
Off
it was
we
just.
go.
It was good.
So much fun.
Had me feeling so many feels too.
Yeah.
Mostly rage.
Oh yeah.
mostly rage.
You love Grace and her sister Millie.
Yeah.
And Jack is the worst piece of shit.
He's the worst human.
I've
imaginable.
never wanted someone to die so much.
Yep.
So painfully and slowly. And he's so well written. He's
Yeah.
such a
yeah.
fucking con.
For us to hate him this much, she did a fantastic
As soon as he
job.
started. Okay, but before we're getting ahead of ourselves.
Yeah.
Our selections today, I totally made these elegant cupcakes and muffins.
Look how beautiful they are.
Yeah, no, I didn't. I had no time, so I bought pecan vegan muffins, and there's a lemon cupcake and some like chocolate maple cupcake.
Maple cone.
You know, Grace, she ate her desserts for a bad reason.
Yeah. She pounded them down.
Yeah, but so we got those, and we paired it with whiskey,
Of
Crown
course.
Royal vanilla whiskey, because that is what poisoned Jack.
Yay! Cheers.
Cheers.
Did you poison me?
We're friends.
Man, I love whiskey.
We can roofie each other.
we can drug each other. It's fine.
Yeah, that's still vanilla-y.
Fucking love whiskey.
Still whiskey. So back to this book. Holy shit. Okay, so his intentions don't the fuckery doesn't start right away.
No, but it is suspicious.
Yes, straight away
come
there
on.
are blaring red flags.
Oh my God, are there ever?
The whole book goes between the past and the present.
Which I love.
Yes, because of course,
It
I wanna know
adds to
how
the
this fucking
confusion
started.
too.
Yeah,
Which is brilliant.
it starts in the present.
Mm-hmm.
They've been married for 6 months now, or something.
I think.
Maybe
Or a year.
little-
No,
yeah.
it was just past their 1 year anniversary.
Yeah,
It was like
okay.
the week after or something.
Excuse me. So they're having one of their dinner parties. Grace has gone above and beyond, and she's always like, I'm worried. I hope this is to Jack's liking. She
Yeah.
mentions that he picked the
The
whole
whole
menu.
menu, yeah.
And it's like, it was like a souffle and all this
Oh my God.
complicated shit.
She nailed it.
Yeah.
Fuck.
And he goes everywhere she goes.
Yeah.
Everywhere. He's always like talking for her. And that was red flag number one.
Yeah. Well, of course.
And like his house, right away he mentions that he has these steel shutters
Yeah.
on all the downstairs windows, and he's like, "Well, I'm a
protect my
lawyer,
wife."
you know, in case something happens." No, that's suspicious.
Yeah.
And so they're sitting at dinner, and like she doesn't seem scared. She just seems really stiff. One of the friends,
Like she has no personality.
yeah, Esther is she's new to the group. She's questioning Grace.
Fucking love Esther.
Hard. She's amazing. The other one, Diane, it seems like she's in love with Jack,
Oh,
and she's
yeah.
kind of jealous that Grace has this beautiful marriage with him.
Yes.
And then at dinner, this was the first moment I was like, here we go, Jack.
Yeah, yeah.
They're talking about kids, and he says he doesn't want kids because he's not ready to have her not to himself anymore.
Yeah.
And then they ask why Grace was so ready to quit her job, and again he answers for her.
Yeah.
And let me read this quote that he has. She had a high-powered job, and I didn't want to come home exhausted and find that Grace was just as exhausted as I was. It was perhaps selfish of me to ask her to give up her job, but I wanted to be able to come home and offload the stress of my day rather than be offloaded onto. She
Piece of
also
shit.
traveled a lot, and I didn't want to come home to an empty house.
Yeah.
And none of the
Piece
friends were
of
like,
shit.
that's fucked up.
I think Esther
Jack."
thought that, like, because everything she said, it was like she was trying. It's like she knew something was up
she
the whole
the
time.
Only one. It makes me think
She's like, she saw that. Oh, Diane's like, they're perfect. Everything about them's perfect, and she's just like, I don't believe you.
he just said like, no, I want her to be happy when I come home because my
Yeah.
job is hard.
Oh, my job's hard.
Muffin. Fucking hell.
I don't want you to work. Right.
Yeah, so you think that it's just this story about like a obsessed husband, she's
Yeah.
abusing his wife, and I was there like, okay, here we go, he's gonna hit her soon. Oh
So much
boy, is
deeper.
he.
But like, so all of the red flags, like when they were dating, so it turns out we don't know until like halfway through that they got married only like 3 months after
No,
dating.
6 months.
6 months after dating.
Yeah, it was
like what
and,
the
and
fuck?
the whole so they met in a park. Grace was there with Millie. She has Down syndrome. And she was there's music playing and Millie just got up and started dancing by herself. And then Jack, this handsome guy, appeared and he started dancing with her and immediately swept Grace off her feet.
Yeah.
Cuz she loves her sister and she knows that Millie's going to come live with her after. And all her past relationships, she was having trouble because none of the other guys would, they could
Except
deal with
Millie,
Millie.
yeah.
And here comes Jack, who's handsome and charming and kind, and he loves Millie, and he
yeah.
really wants her to move in with him. That was a red flag.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
like, Millie, when you coming?
I know.
And when she told him about their parents, who their parents were fucked up, they didn't want Grace,
Yeah.
but they had Grace. And then when her mom was 46, she found out she was pregnant, and she wanted to get an abortion.
But Grace wouldn't let her.
Yeah, don't
or
let your
and-
fucking teenager.
I know,
make
and
that
but
decision.
also they were saying that it was too far in the pregnancy.
Yeah.
Probably, like, how did it take you so long to notice?
She was like 5 months pregnant, so it would have
Maybe
been.
she thought symptoms were menopause or something, right?
It was
Because if you're 46,
it's a bad situation all around
Yeah.
because a late-term abortion is a danger, but also keeping the baby is a danger because she's 46.
yeah,
And then the kid, they find out she has Down syndrome, and the parents were just like, oh,
They wanted nothing to do with now either of their children.
Yeah,
They're just like,
so
fuck you both.
Grace took over right away. She's like, no, you're having this fucking kid. And and she's gonna, they found this nice school for her to go to, a boarding school, and the agreement was when Millie finishes school, she would move in with Grace.
Yeah.
And they were gonna fuck off to New Zealand. And Jack was like, oh, you're not close with your family, you say? Neat.
Neato, burrito.
And he was very much like, yeah, go to New Zealand. You know what? Go like right now. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
I'll take Millie. Don't worry. Also, their proposal, again, 6 months in.
6 months.
And that's when he told her, look, you need to quit your job.
Yeah, so
And-
that's a red
yeah,
flag.
And you see right away the way he talks to her, he seems to put ideas in her head.
Yes.
And then she thinks that she came up with them.
Yeah.
He did it with her job. He did it with their house.
Yeah,
that
telling her to
apparently-
sell her house because he's building them the perfect house.
Yeah, and so she quit her job. All her money is his money.
Yep.
Now
She gave him all the money from the sale of her house
Yeah.
to buy furniture for their new house.
And when Millie is of age, she will go to Jack too.
Yeah.
Like they're the guardians. And the marriage seemed to be, he had it planned like before he married her. It was all
Oh, yeah, 100%.
all set. So that's alarming
Yeah.
because it's like
He was just waiting for her, which we find out later he was
he
essentially
He
just
obviously
waiting for
had
her.
this weird plan for her, but she was so swept up in him
Yeah.
that she was just like, yes,
Oh my
let's go.
But okay, so if you're in that situation, let's say you're totally in love and 6 months in, he proposes to you and you want to say yes. Great. Okay.
Yeah.
You're in love, whatever. Sure. Do not quit your job.
Nope.
Do not sell your home. You still need things that are your own
Yep,
because
yep,
that
yep.
is what will save you in the end if this person turns out to be a monster.
Yeah. Of course, that's not your first thought. I mean, I'm a psycho, so immediately I'm like, well,
that
he
would be
wants
my
to kill me.
Well, but that's the thing. It's easy to pretend to be someone for 6 months, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
he's obviously thinking like, once I have her, once we're married, it's easier to control her life and everything. But beforehand, he needs to convince her to marry him. So,
I know
after
you,
6
I know
months,
you
let's get
wanna
married.
Believe that you found this perfect person and you have this great life together, and I'm sure you will.
Yeah.
Not everyone's a maniac, but you need to have your own shit.
Yep.
Your own plan, just in case. I know no one likes to talk
No.
about divorce, but it happens a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
You don't want to be screwed over if
Exactly.
something happens. Keep your... And she loved her job.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. She left her job and she's just like, well, I guess I can
It was only
stay
when
at
he
home.
was saying, like, it makes you stressed.
Yeah.
You miss Millie. She was like, it does make me
I
stressed.
do miss
miss
Every
Millie.
job makes you
Yeah.
stressed. But if you like it,
Oh,
you fucking
fuck.
stick with it.
And then the wedding rolls around and Millie falls down the stairs.
Falls.
Yeah.
Oh my
He
God.
totally pushes her down.
He fucking pushed
And
her.
so she gets taken to the
Because he didn't want her
hospital.
in the wedding party.
Yeah.
Like he didn't want her to be a bridesmaid.
Yeah. So she gets taken to the hospital. They decide to carry on with the wedding. It's more of an intimate affair.
Mm-hmm.
And then at the end, boy, this is when things take a turn for poor
literally
Grace.
right at
So
the end.
when they're alone in their room, Grace is in the bathroom trying to get all sexy.
Mm-hmm.
She comes out, he's gone.
Yep.
And turns out he's gone till the next morning. He calls her, or she calls him several times.
Mm-hmm.
I think at one point he finally answers her back with just a cold, like, don't be so hysterical.
Yeah, he texted her, I'm fine. I'll see you in the morning. Don't be so hysterical.
Yeah. And she was
She's
like,
like, are you fucking kidding me?
And she spends the whole time thinking, like, this
Like
has to be a
something-
joke.
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
he okay? Is it work? And then and when he's still not back in the morning, she gets another text from him, like, be outside in 20 minutes or something.
Like, okay, so not only have you ruined their wedding night,
Yeah.
but you called her hysterical. Let's just stop there and talk
Immediate
about
turn.
how much I hate the word hysterical.
Oh, it gets... Yeah, it's a bad
And
word.
he used it multiple times in this book.
Yeah.
And like that's what they used to think that hysteria was something that needed to be treated in women when women like freaked out
Yeah,
about
yeah,
something. Like, I'm sorry, are we not allowed to get upset about something?
Your husband hasn't been around
on your wedding night,
the whole night.
and doesn't answer your phone
Yeah.
calls, like of course you're gonna sound quote unquote hysterical.
And, every time he's yelling at her, he doesn't actually yell. He's just like, Grace, please.
Yeah, as
Pull
if he's
yourself
like
together.
some bigger person. Oh my God. And I was just waiting for her to like manipulate him back. But anyway, yes.
yeah. So then he shows up. She has to schlep all their shit.
Yeah,
down
both
there.
suitcases.
Yeah. And she's waiting in the cold She doesn't have a jacket because she was ready to go straight to Thailand after, so she didn't pack for this shit. So she's just sitting outside, freezing cold. He pulls up, he's like, get in. And then he's silent and cold the whole time, and she freaks out, and she's like, I have a right to know. And then he says, quote, no, you have no rights.
Yep.
End quote.
Yep.
So immediately I would have punched him in the face.
Right in the dick.
Like, what do you
right in the
I
dick.
Have no rights?
Yep.
Okay. Great. Glad we're married.
Oh, another red flag before the marriage. They never had sex. They would, like, he would always make up
they had
excuses.
sex once.
Yeah. But he'd always make up excuses why they couldn't again. Like,
like, oh, I'm busy.
I'm busy.
Tired.
I have a headache. I'm tired.
Yeah. And then they did it once because she was saying, like, but she was kind of hesitant to marry him. And she's like, I haven't even slept with you yet.
Yeah.
And he was like, all right, let's go. So they're in the car, and she's freaking out because he's saying now instead of going to visit her sister, they're going straight to Thailand.
Straight to the airport, even though they have like 7 hours until
and
their
he's
flight.
like, no, we have no time. So she's freaking out. He stops the car and basically tells her, you choose. Do you want to go with your sister, or do you want to stay in this marriage with me and go to Thailand? And I mean, what's the girl to do in that situation?
You say, fuck you, I'm going to my sister.
Yeah, but this girl, she's already
I get it.
stressed.
I totally get it.
He's this perfect guy.
Well, and she thinks... He convinces her that she's making mistakes. That's the problem.
Yeah.
It's the manipulation. It's the gaslighting, which is just this whole novel is just fucking gaslighting.
Because I don't even think she really knows when their flight is taking off.
Yeah.
Because he arranged everything. So he's like, it will be like, we have no time. This is ridiculous. We have plenty of time. You'll call her after. You'll see her after, whatever. So she continues on with him, and he's just an asshole the whole time. And then they get to Thailand, and he finally unveils his whole sinister
plan.
plot. Turns out he's never had any interest in Grace. He wanted Millie the second he saw her, because he tells Grace this story about when he was a kid, his father abused him, and at first abused him and locked his mom in the basement. And at first he was terrified of his father, but then he grew to admire it and have the same interest in fear and hurting people.
Because he grew to hate his mom.
Yeah.
So, like, because when he was getting beaten, his mom wasn't doing anything. He ended up hating her for being so weak. And then he thought, fuck it, like, this is great.
Yeah, so he went in on it. He was abusing his mom, too. And at one point, she escapes, and Jack catches up with her, beats her to death.
Yeah.
And when the police come,
on
he's like, oh, it's my dad. He was keeping her in the basement. Huh. And the dad goes to jail, and Jack is free.
Yeah.
Who knows if that is true?
Yeah. Because he changed his name
Yeah.
and everything, so...
Could just be a story, could just be a fucking psychopath. You don't really know Jack. So he says that his entire life he's always searching, like, to scare someone. That's what gets him off.
The fear,
So when he saw Millie, he thought because she has Down syndrome, she would be easier to scare and manipulate. So, and he knew that, once he heard she was going to move in with Grace, and Grace was going to be her caregiver after, he was like, aha!
Yeah.
So his plan is to keep Grace with him and put on the charade of a happy marriage until he gets Millie, where he will then lock her in this room in their basement.
I know.
Floor and ceiling, all red, painted bright red. Lights are always kept on. And he made Grace paint pictures of his, he's a lawyer. He defends abuse victims.
Yeah.
Hilariously.
Because he knows that it makes him look better.
Yeah, so
no one will ever suspect that I'm a freaking weirdo.
One of his games with Grace, he makes her paint their like victim photos.
Yeah.
Of battered women.
Yeah.
Detailed photos of it.
And she's like, what are you doing with all these? Turns out
He's
they're going in the basement.
He's going to just make Millie look at them all day. Locked in that room.
Beautiful.
And then Grace he'd probably kill her after he gets Millie. Or keep her around for a little bit,
I think he'd probably keep her around just because she would become more fearful because of Millie. So then he's got fear on two ends, right?
Double
fear.
Yeah.
Double that tension. Oh,
and,
yeah.
This guy,
hey, come watch me piss off your sister.
This guy's smart though. He thought of fucking everything.
Holy shit, did he
has
ever.
all the power in this relationship. So it goes back and forth.
Well, and it proves how easy it is to gaslight women and to tell other people, oh, my wife just has a history of mental disorders.
When they're in Thailand, she's of course trying to get away from him.
Yeah.
And every attempt she makes, he's like 12 steps ahead of her. He gets because she sounds hysterical because he's a well-known visitor of this hotel. He's this powerful attorney. He seems to be this good guy. And then here she comes, like, he's kidnapped me. He's locked me in my room. And then he shows up like, honey, please, not this again.
Yeah, and he's already told the concierge that my wife has a history of mental illness. If she lashes out, I'm sorry. Like, he's already told everyone this. So they're just like, oh, she's having a moment.
Yeah, he told them. He told the cops.
That makes it so fucking easy.
Yeah, later you find out he tells the cops in England that she has mental issues. So everywhere she goes, when she's screaming, everyone's just like, okay, Grace.
Okay, Grace, yeah.
Settle down.
Oh, my blood was boiling. Like,
so fuck.
That's when I couldn't put it down. I'm like, I need to know that she gets justice. Like, the people around, the police and everything, like, you can't just believe this man's word when this woman is saying I'm being held hostage, essentially. Like, I'm a prisoner.
Like, even if someone believes her, it's going to take, like, a while for they have to go into all her past and his past.
So, do your jobs.
They wouldn't,
You can't just he said that she has mental illness.
Yeah, no, it's terrible. Like, there would be more of an investigation in real life, but in this book.
I think so, yeah.
That's the thing, this book, you kind of have to suspend
disbelief,
yeah. Because it's exaggeraughed a lot, especially her plan at the end, what she does. But it's fun.
Yeah,
just
it is. Yeah, it's a good read.
Yeah, so their honeymoon, he locks her in the room for hours. Turns out it's never been locked.
Why would she think it? That was my first thought. Like, why do you think it's locked, you dum-dum?
He comes back like,
yeah. Like, I can't believe you thought you were locked in there.
When he is leaving her because the door doesn't lock from the he can't lock her in.
He can't lock her in, yeah.
So he locks her on the balcony and he goes around. He's like, I will watch you. I can always see you. If you do anything stupid, you're not going to see Millie when you get back.
Yeah.
Every time she tries to escape, he punishes her by taking away visiting privileges to see Millie.
A whole week.
Yeah, and threatening her. So she's just stuck on the fucking balcony for hours on end. And then at one point she hears a couple next door and she goes out hoping to get in contact with them. Like, oh, my husband's crazy.
Yeah.
Turns out it's just Jack.
He rented both rooms.
Yeah, and he was playing tapes of Spanish people, so she thought there's a Spanish couple there.
Yep.
And then he was like, oh, you fucked up again. It's another week.
Yep.
Yeah,
so dick bag. and she gets to see her dream house, and
it's a house that he already pre-designed. So when he first brings her back, he leaves her in a room that's nice, and it has everything she needs.
It has
coffee
stuff,
cups, books. Like, he has privileges for her.
Yeah,
he's like, I need you here. I don't want to hurt you. That's his thing. Yeah, he never really hits her.
He never hurts her or anything.
It's just fear that gets his rocks off.
Well, and he just exactly. It's like it's manipulation and control.
So as she like, every time she tries to escape or like she hits him at one point over the head with a bottle.
He's not hard enough.
Yeah, he just starts taking stuff away. Eventually, she is kept in this small gray room with like just a bed, a toilet, and shower.
Aww.
And like, I think she has a small towel to wash
dry
herself with. He doesn't give her any glass bottles. Everything is all plastic that she gets.
No cup, no proper utensils.
And the reason she's so thin is because he doesn't feed her regularly.
Yeah, she'd say that like it's been 3 days and he hasn't fed me. Like he wouldn't come home for 3 days.
Yeah, he'll bring her like maybe a breakfast, maybe it's never more than 2 meals a day.
Yeah,
sometimes it's just one, sometimes it's days she doesn't eat. And she takes it back straight away. Every time she's only left out of the room for social gatherings and stuff where he has to appear like a good happy married couple.
Yeah, and that's why she stuffs her face, which is so
Yeah.
funny because at the beginning of the book, she's eating like a monster.
Huge, yeah.
And like when they go out to lunch with her friends, like she eats everything and she
doesn't know what
gets
she's
a
gonna
wine,
eat, yeah.
she gets dessert.
And
like,
she's never out of his sight. She goes with her to the bathroom. If he can't go
Yeah.
into the bathroom,
Oh my God.
he will stand outside.
Yep.
He at this point,
You know, I've seen couples like that.
oh yeah,
I wonder
that's
if
terrifying.
like I wonder if there was more going on.
There probably is.
I always
No
just
one
thought
should-
that like it was a cultural thing or something.
No, it's
you know,
fucked up.
because like
it's fucked up.
some men think that they do try to exact control over their wives or their partners,
Even if
and
it's,
it's 100% fucked up.
there's totally something happening in that case.
Like that's,
Unless the woman has run there like she's gonna puke, and he's standing out there like, "Are you okay?"
yeah, then it's okay.
Yeah.
Like, are you fine? Is everyone
If he's just like,
okay?
"Come on, Sheila," and he stands
Yeah.
out there, oh boy, you okay, Sheila?
You okay,
You
girl?
need something?
I know.
So yes, so she's in there. She's bored out of her fucking
Oh,
mind. She just
fuck,
sits
yeah.
there all day till he comes.
It's like solitary confinement,
yeah.
right? You're just,
and
except worse because you only get fed every 3 days.
yep. So eventually, when they do visit Millie after the honeymoon, her great honeymoon,
Oh yeah.
Millie is being very cold to Jack, and they go to this restaurant where she demands that Grace takes her to the bathroom, and he can only walk them to the door, can't go in. So they have a rare moment alone, and Millie says that Jack's a bad man. He pushed me down the stairs.
Yeah.
Because, she's not a fucking idiot just because
Yeah,
she has
yeah.
Down syndrome, Jack.
Right?
She knows when someone pushes
Come
her
on,
down the
Jack, you
stairs.
idiot.
And so Grace doesn't want Millie involved in this because you see how easy it is to manipulate Grace.
Yeah.
He can just say like, "Oh, Millie's been acting up since
Well,
the wedding.
exactly.
She's jealous of this."
Yeah.
So she's like, "No, Millie, Jack is a good man. You hate
George Clooney." Yeah.
And so that's a game they had when they were kids. So
Yeah.
she knows when she always you hear her repeat like, George Clooney's bad man. I hate George Clooney.
Yeah.
I love Jack.
I love Jack. Yeah.
It's like a mantra for her.
But she knows that George
Jack, yeah.
Clooney is Jack, basically.
And she knows that Grace is scared, is in trouble, and she doesn't want
Exactly.
to live with them.
Yeah.
But Grace is like, "Don't worry, I'll fix it."
Yeah. She tries.
She tries for a long, long time.
She's just so bad at it.
I mean, what he really
He
doesn't
thought
make
of
it
everything.
fucking
No,
he
I
doesn't
know.
let her have a single thing on her. He checks everything. At one point, Esther brings a book,
Yeah.
Esther the Smart Cookie, and she notices that parts of it are shaded out. So there's a message: "Do you need help?" Stuff like that. But then she thinks, "Is it Esther or is
Or
it
was
Jack?"
it Jack? Yeah.
Trying to be a dick. And also, like, she has nothing to scratch
write
back.
with,
So
yeah.
she just ignores it. And Jack seems kind of miffed about it. So it's probably fucking Jack.
Well, yeah, because then she like had mentioned it, and he's like, "Oh, you noticed that?
Yeah.
I thought I'd catch
Oh,
you."
You're too clever, Grace.
Yeah, like he's like, "You haven't had an escape attempt in a while," and I was trying to like
Yeah. Go
egg things
Go on,
on.
then.
Yeah.
So, and then Millie, the beautiful little
Oh my
murder cookie,
God.
she
Amazing.
for months has been faking having trouble sleeping. And so they give her sleeping pills, and then she hoards it.
Yep.
And again, they go to that restaurant, and she gets Grace in the bathroom, and she just hands her like 20 sleeping pills. Like,
She
you
says,
kill
"Here,
him.
kill Jack, kill
Yeah,
George Clooney."
Kill George Clooney.
Poor
And-
George Clooney and all of that.
He's like, "What did I do?" I
Why am I
fucking
in this
love,
fucking book?
Millie. She's just so casual. Like, "Yeah, you kill him.
Kill him,
Because she
yeah.
reads a bunch of mystery books.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
for her, it's just like,
She's
yeah.
just like, yeah, they always die by sleeping pills and stuff. So
yeah, you
kill him.
can kill him. It's fine.
Yeah.
And Grace
She's
is like,
like, "I
Jesus
can't."
Christ. So she tries.
Like, what do you mean you can't? My first, every thought that I would have had, like from
Kill him.
day one, is
Kill him,
I
kill
need
him,
to
kill
kill
him,
this
kill him,
man,
kill him. Yep.
and the world will be a better place
Oh,
when
yeah.
he's dead.
But she's got to be smart about it. She
Yeah.
can't go to jail for this shit. So she tells Millie she's going to flush the pills.
Yeah.
She keeps the pills. Life goes on.
Yeah,
She's trying desperately to think, how am I going to get this fucker these
I
pills?
take these
Because he
sleeping
watches
pills?
everything
Yeah.
I do. He controls everything I have. Where
Yeah.
am I going to hide these?
Yeah.
So she comes up with this plan. They're going to have a birthday party for Millie before she moves in. And she very loudly. She just invites everyone. It's supposed to be just a small dinner, but she's like, oh no, Esther, Diane.
Yeah, they invited themselves.
Everyone, yeah. And Jack is like, for fuck's sake. She's starting to manipulate him now.
Yeah.
She's like, this is a good idea.
Yep.
Oh, sorry. So they have this party. She finds out Jack has this stressful case. Mm-hmm. He's never lost a case. Here comes a case where he may lose. Mm-hmm. And he has this ritual every night. He'll pour himself a glass of whiskey before he comes up with her. So she decides to starve herself and feign that she has lost her appetite. And I think a week goes by, she doesn't eat.
Yeah.
And he's like, what the fuck, Grace?
Because he needs her to,
And she's like, well, maybe if you gave me some whiskey, it would bring back my appetite back a little. It used to help me before.
Yeah.
So she just gets him into the habit of bringing both of them a glass of whiskey. Mm-hmm. And then she makes him feel like she's just totally given up on escaping. She's just resigned herself and her sister to this hell.
Yeah.
And he's like, finally.
Like anyone would offer up their sister that easily.
Oh, Jack.
No way.
You silly duck.
You dummy.
But he's stressed about this fucking case. So he comes in and he
actually talks about it. Yeah.
She's like, oh, great.
Excellent. You're trusting me with this.
So she's crushed these pills to as fine a powder as she can. And while she fakes an eye injury.
Yeah.
And while he's investigating her eye and babbling about the case, she slips in the sleeping pills. And I was like, yeah.
I know. The moment we've all been waiting for.
So she leads him on a little cat and mouse. She pushes him over.
Oh my God, I know.
Fakes an escape attempt just to wait for the pills to kick in.
Yeah.
And then she's like, no, don't lock me in the basement. And he's like, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
So he takes her down to the basement, and just as he's about to lock her in, she tackles his legs, pushes his ass in the basement,
and locks him in the fucking basement. And then he's banging on the walls. He had made a point of it that there is no escape from this room. There's no way out. So she's like, well, perfect.
La-di-da. So he had arranged them to go to Thailand after this birthday party. So, and then because he lost the case.
Oh, and he had told other people, Grace, you can go ahead of me if I'm not done the case.
Yeah, so her plan.
So that was perfect that he told everyone that.
So she immediately, she's leaving in a few hours. She runs off. She packs her shit. She gets changed. She cleans the glasses. She gets a ride from Esther. And then she fakes, as she's leaving, she's like, oh, bye, Jack.
Bye, Jack, yeah.
And she tells Esther, he's just really stressed with the paperwork. He wanted to finish off his shit. He's really bummed about this case. He's really taking it hard. But he'll be back in 4 days. So she goes to Thailand. Every day she leaves him a bunch of messages. They get more and more frantic, Jack, why aren't you answering? Yeah. What's going on?
And she keeps telling everyone that she meets, oh, my husband Jack is so wonderful, so that it's not good suspicious. Girl. Yeah. She's doing a good job.
And then she gets the hotel involved. She gets Jack's friends, where the fuck is he? I can't find him. Days have gone by. Eventually the police break into their house.
Yeah, they find him
dead.
Jack.
He has died.
Yeah.
Taken his own life. And she's like, no.
Oh, no.
Oh, so happy.
Yeah.
It's a great plan to kill him. It not a kind of a far-fetched
a little. I mean, he didn't even end up dying from the sleeping pills.
Yeah.
He died from
her
dehydration.
Thing, she was hoping that they would think he killed himself over stress of the case.
Yes.
And he just wanted his wife out the house to kill himself.
Yeah.
But then, how do you explain this room? She says, oh, he has it to psych himself up for these cases. Yeah. But he has paintings of battered women. And
his clients.
She was like, oh, I'll just pretend that I've never seen them before. What's that? And that that's weird. There's really no good explanation for this fucking room. And if he was gonna kill himself, why only take 20 sleeping pills?
Yeah,
you can easily get 60.
Yeah.
And why would you lock yourself in that room?
And why would that room not have a way out? Why would you build a room like that?
It's weird. So eventually he dies of dehydration because the pills make him ravenously thirsty. So I don't know. But then Esther, as she's driving her back, she's talking to her she tells her everything that the cops know.
Yeah.
And
she
she's
helps her get her story
yes,
straight.
I saw Jack,
But, like,
wave
secretly.
to you.
Yeah.
Yes, like really casually, wink, wink.
Wink, wink.
And she's like, here's what you should say about these paintings, wink, wink.
Wink, wink.
So she's, the whole time she's like, yep, you needed help.
Yeah. So that, for me, like, when Esther was doing that, I actually started crying. I'm like, this is perfect. Because I was so worried at the end that, I loved it. Yeah, like, you're going to go kill him. Perfect plan, whatever, sleeping pills. She got out. She made it to Thailand. But my worry was that all these people are just going to, like, no one's going to know her side of the story. I wanted someone, I needed someone to know that she had been abused and, like, prisoned in this marriage.
Other than Millie, because even with Millie, you can't really talk about it.
Well, exactly. So, and it felt just so right that another human, and it sounded like Adam knew as well, Jack's colleague, because he was with the police when they found him in that room with the paintings.
Oh, yeah.
So I think he realized, like, man, Jack is fucked.
Yeah,
because he knows, like, these are his clients.
Yeah, I think
this isn't cool.
I think he was saying that Jack would have the paintings to remind himself of what he does, and he didn't want to show Grace because it would mess her up. And then maybe, like, if she says that, or she gets it in the cop's head, like, he wanted to look at them and feel like he was a failure. And that's why he killed himself, like, looking at these women that he failed. You could spin that.
Sure. But it sounded like Adam knew as well,
Adam could
which
know,
is I want all of her friends
Esther
to know.
Would be like, oh well, Esther was hounding them the whole
knew.
time.
Oh yeah,
Also,
yeah.
she says like at the birthday party, they're talking about Millie's room, and at one point earlier, Jack has mentioned like, oh yeah, it's going to be a red room.
He mentioned it twice to Esther. Yeah.
And then at the birthday party, Millie's like, yeah, my room is yellow. I love it. And Esther's like, but you said it was red.
You said it was red twice.
And she kept going on about that. And then the last
because
line,
she bought her something to match her red room.
And then the last line in the book, Esther's like, what color is Millie's room? And Grace is like red.
Red, yeah.
So that's how Esther knew. Like, okay.
Yeah.
As soon as she heard he's locked in a red room, she's like,
yeah, exactly.
Oh my.
Yeah, she knew right away, like, he planned to have this fucking weird-ass torture room for Millie.
go Esther.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Always question everything. Just question everything.
The women in this book, love them.
Oh my God, yeah.
Grace is a hero. She does her fucking best. There are some goofs. You know, she really should have tried harder to kill him, but she's stressed. She's terrified. She has Millie to think about. I get it.
The men in this book can suck a dick.
Yeah, Jack's an idiot. The friends, if you don't know anything about this guy.
The hotel concierge, the police.
Stupid. Yeah.
Like, you can all suck a dick.
Diane's a fucking idiot.
I know.
She's like, oh, Jack.
Oh, she always just makes excuses that she can't come and have coffee and stuff. And the only times she goes out to see you, she's with Jack. Like, and come on.
Oh, the only person that ever answers the phone is Jack. And always she's like, oh, she's in the shower.
Yeah.
Oh, she's out.
She's not, like, what?
Yeah, no.
How is she out when she never goes out?
Friends.
Yeah.
Like, she has friends before this relationship.
Yeah.
And she just stops talking to them.
Yeah.
Jack lets her email them, always observing.
Yeah.
And the emails get like, oh, I'm having such a great time with my husband. I can't go see you, blah, blah, blah. And eventually they stop talking to her. What the fuck?
Well, that's the thing. Some people do get like that when they end up with like their partner finally, or like.
Yeah, but I want to let that slide. I'd show up to this bitch's house like, we've been friends for 10 years.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
And then I'd see that Jack is a murderer, and it'd be like, bitch, we gotta go. You need help? Let's go.
You need help? Paddy wagon's over there.
This book made me think we should come up with a code in case one of us is in peril in this situation.
And we can't, like, say it?
Yeah, we say it, and then there's a response code that the other person says. So then the one who's not kidnapped or whatever will know.
I like,
in
help. Supernatural, their code word was Funky Town.
No, don't say the code here. No one must know.
Oh, okay. Well, in Supernatural, it was Funky Town.
Yes.
And I thought that was funny. Because it was so simple. It was, Dean was just like, man, it's a real funky town. And Sam was like,
Funky Town. Yeah. We need that shit.
I know.
Because then right away, one of us will be like, Funky Town?
Yeah.
She's in peril. Gather the troops.
Brandon and I have a code.
Let's go.
Yeah.
That's smart.
Because I'm like, if one of us is like tied up and we have to like make a phone call, like, no, we're fine, honey.
Yeah,
like, we need something.
We need that shit.
That's what happens when you watch all these fucking horror movies.
Oh, I would not be in this situation. I don't care how hot, how rich, how charming.
Oh,
he
fuck
is.
no. Oh, you
6
want me to
months
quit my
in,
job and
quit
sell
my
my
job?
house?
I have this
Wait.
whole wedding planned out. I'd be like, no.
Yeah.
It's been 6 months.
Yeah.
I don't know shit about you.
Yeah. Like when
They haven't had a single fight.
she never met his parents.
No. It's
And
bit
now we
much
know
here,
why.
Jacko. Let's pump the brakes here.
But she thought he was perfect.
Oh, immediately with all the shit I read, I'd be like, that's a serial killer.
Yes.
He was a
100%.
killer.
I'm sorry. You want to buy me everything and you like love me and my sister this much and you want to build me my perfect home. What's wrong with you? There has to be something wrong with you.
He's fucked up. Nothing. No
Always.
one's this perfect.
No.
But great job making us hate him. Mm-hmm. With such passion.
Yeah.
It's like,
It's
Jack,
wonderful.
you need to fucking die.
Yep.
Right this second.
Yeah.
Burn in a fire.
I'm glad he suffered through dehydration.
I'm glad he died the way I'm sure
The way he
would have
killed Molly.
Oh, Molly!
Yeah. He died the way he killed Molly. Because she died.
So he
dehydration.
got her a puppy back when he was pretending to be sweet Jack.
Yes.
Sweet, precious Molly. It was like a golden retriever, I think.
Yeah.
And then before they go away on their honeymoon, he's like, don't worry, I have a housekeeper. And while Grace is freaking out on the honeymoon, he mentions casually, there's never been a housekeeper.
Yeah.
And because she's so scared, she doesn't think anything of it.
She doesn't remember.
They get back there, and he's like, oh, hey, remember Molly?
Yeah.
Go in the basement.
Yeah.
And the poor Molly,
She's dead.
he left her locked in a room with some food and water, but not enough
Not
for the
enough.
trip.
Yeah.
And she fucking starved.
Yeah. And he made
Sweet.
Grace clean her up.
Pupper. What kind of a sick fuck
Kills a dog.
kills a pupper?
That's when you know. I think they did. She put that in the book just so that right from the get go. I mean, we already want him dead, but
Oh,
now
yeah.
he needs to.
I
die.
read that at work. I had to put it down and just be like,
No,
okay.
this isn't real.
He killed
Remember,
a puppy?
I kept having to remind myself, like, this isn't real. This isn't real. But the stories like this exist. People like this exist. I mean, not to this
There's a
extent
girl in
necessarily.
Ontario who beat her 2 puppies, and she's no longer allowed to have pets.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's not in jail because our fucking animal abuse laws are abysmal.
He just locked a fucking puppy in
Yeah.
a room. I would have lost all control.
Yeah,
of myself.
that hysteria he was talking about. Yeah,
you
you
like, you killed the
you
puppy.
you haven't seen hysterical
Fucking,
yet.
I don't care. He probably would have overpowered me because she would have been fucking starved at that point.
yeah,
and stressed.
true.
But like anything around me, I would have tried to beat his ass
Yeah,
to death.
it never said that he like worked out and stuff. So who knows? He could just be like average Joe.
I think she tried to hit him with a shovel.
Oh,
For a while, she's like, "Oh, I can't really kill him." I think
she
knowing
didn't
that-
believe in herself.
knowing that someone killed a dog,
Yeah.
a sweet, precious
Yeah.
baby puppy. Mm-hmm.
All bets out the window. Yeah,
You
yeah.
lost it now,
Yeah,
Jack.
yeah.
I'll go to jail.
I will murder you.
You hit a chord, Jack. It's
and
coming.
I will tell the police everything.
Yeah.
Yes, I murdered him. Here's why.
I know she was in a rush after she locked him in the room, but I wish she got like one good jab in there.
I know.
Just like, you're right. Fear
know.
does smell good.
Yeah, exactly. Like kick him in the nuts or something.
Oh man, I would have taunted him for
Yeah.
like 10 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. Standing outside the door. Oh, Jack, is there no way out of the basement?
No.
Oh, I can't seem to get this handle working.
Yeah.
Wow.
I wonder if you'll last longer than Molly.
yeah, exactly.
You fucker.
Oh, I would have taunted the shit out
I
of him.
could just clearly picture a little puppy on
just
its
like
side.
where's my parents?
Where they've left me, and oh my god,
Yeah, no, heartbroken.
pupper. I killed a pupper.
You got a puppy. Anything that kills a puppy is just it's a no go.
And kitties, you gotta pet those fuckers. You gotta love them.
I love
I'm
them.
sorry you had to meet Jack, Molly.
Yeah.
You were just trying to live your life.
I'm sorry we had to meet Jack. I mean, I'm glad I read the book. It was wonderful, but
Amazing.
I haven't been this mad in a very long time.
Infuriating. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Husbands.
What, right? This was a good
your
finale to the fucking
shit together.
dark marriages.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Hi.
Cheese and rice.
So, B.A. Paris here. This book came out in 2016. It was her first book.
That was her first book?
This was her first book.
Oh,
yep.
okay.
She has, I think, 4 books that came out, another one on the way, or 5 that are straight out. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm intrigued to read your other books, madame.
Yeah.
I'm sorry it took me this long to read this one. Mm-hmm.
It was like it was written simply, and it was kind of a simple story when you think about it, but it was so well written. Like the characters had so much depth to them, which was wonderful.
Good character detail.
And when you can evoke that much emotion in your readers, like hot dog, power to you.
You did good, kid.
Mm-hmm.
You did
good.
Good. Everyone needs to calm down and stop hurting their spouses, please.
Yep. Don't hurt spouses.
Please.
Don't hurt animals, and we're set.
Yeah. That's all you need to do in life. Just don't be a cunt.
Just leave women alone,
Yeah.
please. Thank you. Please and thanks. Please and thanks. Yeah.
Oh
If you
boy.
want to hurt someone, just punch yourself in the dick. Just give one good dick punch, and you're set.
God, where's Keanu Reeves when you need him? I hope he reads this book one day like this fucker.
And like just goes and takes him down.
Keanu Reeves is the ideal man.
Yeah.
I love Keanu Reeves.
I don't know. After you watch Destination Wedding, that movie.
watched that movie.
No, I wouldn't. It was terrible. We turned it off.
Don't listen. That's acting Keanu Reeves.
No.
Yeah.
Which is fine. There's just this one scene where they're like having sex, and it was so weird, and it was funny, but it was fucking awful.
I think him, Jake Gyllenhaal. Who else?
Every time with Jake Gilly for you.
Oh, I love Jake Gyllenhaal.
Ryan
Jeff
Reynolds.
Goldblum. Ryan Reynolds. If they ever do anything,
If they morph into one man,
ooh.
wouldn't that be great?
If I ever read an
With
article
Henry Cavill's body.
Ooh, with Henry Cavill too.
Yeah.
If I ever read an article where they like hit someone
oh
or
my
did
God.
something, I would be
That's it.
genuinely hard. Like
Yeah.
men are over. They're
Yeah.
just
No,
done.
no man is
Yeah.
good anymore.
They're
Like,
like-
you're all broken.
They're like the good boys.
Yeah.
You know? They're like my heart and soul boys.
Yeah.
They're like, don't you disappoint me. Please.
Be nice to your ladies.
Ryan Reynolds is a nice
Oh
guy.
yeah, 100%.
Him and Blake are beautiful.
100%. They're so beautiful.
So funny. God, he's Canadian too.
I know. That's why it's so great.
Mm-hmm. Well, that was Behind Closed Doors.
So what's next month?
Next month is spooky month. It's Halloween. So we're doing haunted houses.
Haunted houses.
And Chelsea's pick is first.
Mine's is first, and I'm choosing House of Leaves by Mark Z. Danielewski.
Did you say you were jizzing?
What?
I said Chelsea is first.
And I chose House of Leaves.
And then you said something before. It sounded like
I have chosen.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
I was like, well,
I just
that's,
love the thought of this book so much that
good
here
for
we
you,
are.
I guess.
Here we are. Okay, but I don't like the description on the book, so I'm reading someone else's description of the book. Because the
I've heard
description on the
several
book.
good things about this book.
Okay, perfect. 'Cause the description on the book doesn't tell you about the book.
Yeah.
It like gives you backstory on the book, and that, I mean, we're not here for that.
Yeah.
But apparently, there is no other book like House of Leaves. Beginning with a premise that is subtly creepy, a chronicle of house just slightly larger on the inside than the outside, Danielewski manages to replicate the feeling of going insane, playing with every aspect of the form of the novel readers have been trained to rely on, from the narration to the existence of original sources in the footnotes, to the typography and page layout. Taken together, these changes to the fundamental object that is the novel causes you to doubt your own perception of the story, drawing you into the sinking sense of doom and paranoia at the heart of the tale, making it your doom and your paranoia. As you find yourself counting letters in a sentence or turning pages upside down to see what might be revealed, you might experience a moment of clarity and realize how crazy you'd seem to an objective observer. And then you realize the house is a book, and what are books if not larger on the inside?
Yeah, flipping through it, it's so fun.
Like, it just sounds like a puzzle, and I'm down for that. I'm so here for this wonderful
it's a
puzzle.
haunted house?
It's a haunted.
This kind of reminds me of like a House on Haunted Hill. Which is just going to be this
Yeah,
weird
that's what I was thinking. Like,
fucking-
because when you go into like houses like that, just no room is what it seems, and like Haunting of Hill House, where they were all in the same room, but it was a
Yeah.
different room.
Oh boy, yeah, that's what I wanted in this. So mine,
Fucked up.
yeah, you'll hear my synopsis later, but mine is The Invited, and these people build a haunted house
Perfect.
unknowingly,
Yeah.
and then, well, it's too late. They're like, oh,
Oopsie.
oopsie doopsie. So that's fun.
So that's October because it's Halloween.
Yay,
So
spooky month, spooky month.
get your haunted house reading in.
Love October. This
Yeah.
is the best month.
I know. Leaves, Halloween. Did you hear that there's a petition in the States to move Halloween to the last Sunday or last Saturday of October rather than October 31st?
Okay, no.
Right?
Halloween
October
is
31st is a spiritual
31st.
day.
Yes.
You cannot change it just because you feel like
Just
it.
because you want to party on a Saturday.
You still party on the Saturday.
On Saturday.
Their concern was the children.
Fuck the children.
Well, here's the thing. How many times do I try and give out candy on Halloween and no one comes to the fucking door? We have like 3 kids or 4 kids. So
Halloween is no longer for the children. It hasn't been for a long time. It's for us fuckos who are in the heart of trick-or-treating season.
Exactly. Back when we were allowed to go outside without our parents.
And now every time it's Halloween, we're all just like, yes, where's my sweaters? Where's my orange? Let's go horror movies all day, all night.
Yeah, and then you go to your...
Even if you're a little bitch, you love Halloween.
I know.
You put on the fucking weak horror movies and you're like, ew.
Oh, I'm scared.
I'm scared this month.
And you wear your fun costumes and you go out and you drink.
Do not change
Yeah.
Halloween
Right?
to
It's a spiritual
Saturday. Yes. Oh, people would riot. Us, like,
Streets would be a
the weirdos,
mess.
like, someone would get, like, cursed or something.
The weirdos would come out, but like it wouldn't be much of a riot. It'd just be like, hey.
Yeah, there's just be a
Don't
bunch of
do
people
that.
like, oh, but the stars and the moon,
Yeah.
and like, you can't do this.
Yeah.
We'd still celebrate. No, you know what? In our hearts, even if they change it, it will always be October. That's just in America, you said, right?
Yeah.
Canada wouldn't play us like this.
No. It's just silly.
Fuck, don't be idiots.
I'm glad that struck a chord with you.
I feel that Halloween is my time, all of October. I'm happy.
I know.
And I love the spook.
I know.
And I love the crisp fall air.
The feeling people get in December when it's near Christmas is what I get in October when it's near Halloween.
and the decorations.
Oh my God, my house is always
like,
ridiculous.
oh, their Halloween decorations are on sale. I'm like, oh, my whole
house, yes. Half of the shit in my house is Halloween stuff.
Yep. Love it.
Yeah.
Oh my God, and then just the day in and out, all the horror movie marathons.
We hope you guys are ready for this Halloween because we've got some spook.
Yeah, our we started this podcast last Halloween, so our anniversary episode.
Anniversary.
We're gonna pick like our favorite books
that we've read so far,
and favorite shows, and then we should also do something for Halloween, specifically for Halloween. Mm-hmm. I don't know what we would do.
I agree. Maybe we'll do like a tarot reading.
Yes, I've been dabbling. Anyone who's an expert at this, please don't judge my tarot. I'm sure I'm doing it wrong, but I'm trying. And I'm
wrong
having
to someone,
fun.
right to someone, whatever.
I'm giving it a go. There's a lot to learn. Okay? Thank you.
No one's said anything yet. Just ready for the prejudgment.
Yep. Well, I've only done it for you guys while we were all drunk, so...
It's true.
I think it went over well.
It did. It was fun.
I do it to me every day, and every time I do it, my cards are like, you're going to have a terrible time. You got a lot of stuff going on up
and
here.
you're like, damn it, you're right.
When I introduced myself to the tarot deck, it said basically it was going to tell me a bunch of hard shit, but that I needed to hear. And in the end, it would be good, but it's going to be rough. And I was like, Jesus Christ.
Thanks. Great. Wonderful.
But it's true. That's right. Tarot got me.
It got you.
Beaten wives.
Yeah. I'm glad the fucked up marriage is done. Because that was hard to read. But yeah.
It's so satisfying.
On to haunted things.
Yep.
On to haunted things.
That over there is Chelsea.
And that was Lillian. Thanks for joining us on the Book Coven. I rhymed.
Look at this. That was beautiful.
Thank you.
Eating a muffin.
We're going to eat now. And we suggest you do as well. Because if you're malnourished, you're less able to fight off the bad guy.
Murder the living shit out of your asshole husband who killed your fucking dog.
Yeah. So if you need to go out and protect yourself, make sure you've eaten.
Yep.
It helps.
Yep. All right. So, bye.
Bye.